Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Sai Baba to you. Happy birthday to one who's so true. You are ageless, you are timeless, you'll never grow old. Your life story with all its glory will forever be told.
Your life story with all its glory will forever be told.
Happy birthday, we love you, Baba dear. Happy birthday, from afar and from near. We'll bring flowers, sing for hours, songs sweet and clear. Let bells ring out, let's all sing out for the whole world to hear.
Let bells ring out, let's all sing out for the whole world to hear. Let bells ring out, let's all sing out for the whole world to hear.
Sathya Sai Baba's birthday gift to his children: fresh, running water. Most of us take it for granted, but for the first time in history, 3 million people in 800 villages in the drought-affected state of Andhra Pradesh, southern India, will be connected to running water. Sai Baba's love for humanity inspired this outstanding project, making it possible for poor villagers to have pure, fluoride-free drinking water. Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba reached out to the forgotten villages with a deep sense of urgency, as thousands had already died due to the effects of drought. He astounded all by announcing this immense water supply project during his birthday celebrations in November 1994, and most of the work was carried out in his 70th birthday year. Over 2,500 kilometers of pipelines, hundreds of reservoirs and other installations carry and store the precious water. The project commenced in March 1995 and was a collaborative effort between the government of Andhra Pradesh, construction company Larsen & Toubro, and first and foremost the Sri Sathya Sai Central Trust. The Trust believes that every individual is infinite in his power to unfold. All that a person needs to express his uniqueness is an opportunity to move away from the shadows of poverty, ignorance and disease. Many educational and medical facilities for the poor are already well established, and the water supply project fulfills another basic need. Throughout this vast dry region, local workers contributed their labor tirelessly. Indian Prime Minister Sri P.V. Narasimha Rao said, "I am paying respectful tribute to Baba and to the people for their splendid achievement. The project is an example to the world." The work was done with extraordinary zeal by laborers and engineers, solely out of love for Bhagavan. Yet, although Sai Baba is credited with the inspiration and glory for this project, he himself said,
"With regard to the drinking water project, people have been praising Swami in laudatory terms. Swami is not happy with these eulogies. Nothing is mine. All these are gifts from devotees. They have taken the form of water. To demonstrate the exemplary character of this devotion, I launched the water project.
The ashram, Prashantinilium, was still in a state of upheaval at the beginning of November, and trenches were being dug for the placement of new water and waste pipes. Behind the accommodation sheds, a large new reservoir was nearing completion. Its side walls painstakingly constructed with small granite blocks, individually carried in the local way. Large rolls of plastic and high-tech machinery have arrived in Puttaparthi and will stay permanently for ongoing projects. This time, the equipment is being used to produce a phenomenal amount of plastic plates with the Sarvadharma symbol. Sai Baba had asked a London businessman to bring specialized machinery from the United Kingdom to produce plastic plates in Prashantinilium. On a special visit to the work site, he inaugurated the project on Dasara in October 1995. Justly proud of the operation, Mr. D.K. Bagama shipped every nut and bolt of this vacuum-forming machine to India. His team faced many obstacles, including hours of electricity cuts, often working through the night to make up for lost time. Plates, plates and more plates. Yet how many more will they have to produce? Only one person knows the answer. This beautiful two-level building was designed to include large conference or reception rooms on the upper level and a North Indian canteen on the ground floor. Like many others, this project also had to meet a fast-approaching deadline. And for any visitors without earplugs, the nights were long and restless, as some work continued around the clock. It never ceases to amaze us how Sai Baba's gigantic projects meet their deadlines, as the simplicity of working, either with basic tools or just bare hands, almost brings tears to our eyes. Final touches with more sophisticated equipment. Of course, modern machinery is also involved at times, but the bulk of work seems to be achieved by a happy and never-tiring workforce. The temporary South Indian canteen for ladies will soon be erected on this site. About 1 kilometre away from the ladies' canteen, beyond the south accommodation blocks, workers are close to completing another temporary South Indian canteen, this time for men. With the big day coming closer, the police moved in, obviously used to comfort, bringing their own metal beds, while others were contented with makeshift accommodation. Wherever the eyes could see, mattresses and pillows suddenly filled all balconies of the accommodation blocks. Truckload after truckload was delivered for the thousands of visitors yet to arrive. About 1 kilometre away from the ashram, devotees from the United Kingdom, Fiji, South Africa and New Zealand were privileged to be the first to stay in the new students' hostel, thanks to Sai Baba's grace. This leisurely scene is the calm before the registration storm. Very few were aware that in one small room of the Ishwarama Primary School, rehearsals for a performance in the Purnachanda Auditorium during Cultural Week were taking place. The ladies, mostly of German origin, choreographed the dance sequence to the music of the Blue Danube Waltz. It symbolized the dance of the gopis for their beloved Lord Krishna. However, in this case, these 16 gopis danced for Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Morning song practice for the same program.
Now are the
This promises to be a very busy day for the registration team at the hostel. A special charter flight from the United Kingdom has arrived. For many, it is their first visit to Puttaparthi, which can be a life-transforming experience. But however many times we come here, every time is different and full of wonderful challenges and surprises, thanks to Swami.
We will cut the corner of your registration slip and give you your folder, okay? Right, everybody happy? Right, now.
Everybody happy, but sometimes a suitcase full of patience is required in the ashram. Welcome to Prashanti Nilayam, and welcome to Sai Baba's generous hospitality and 10 days of free food and accommodation. All are invited. Only days before his birthday, Sai Baba hosted the 6th World Conference of the Sri Sathya Sai Seva organizations on the 19th, 20th and 21st of November. Over 8,000 foreign delegates from 137 countries attended, and the total number, including Indian delegates, was 25,000. Global unity achieved through spiritual transformation of each individual and ultimately of mankind was the theme of the successful conference. The material needs of visiting devotees have always been recognized by Sai Baba, and the new shopping facilities are another example of his care and consideration. The range of goods available include local fruit and vegetables, grocery items, bottled drinking water, and bread freshly baked every day. Queuing up for bread was a memorable experience and could take a long time. Buying bread will never be the same again. Upstairs shops sell clothing, toiletries, blankets, stationery, photographs, and everything else one could possibly need for ashram life. Some creatures seem unaffected by all the hustle and bustle. During the calmness of shop closing times, other seva activities take place. These ladies are filling bags with vibhuti, or sacred ash, for which there is an increasing demand. Visitors buy the packets and take them to darshan, in the hope that Sai Baba will come close enough to bless them. Thousands of sevadals, or volunteers, render selfless service for this special occasion. Sai Baba says about service,
Service to man will help your divinity to bloom, for it will gladden your heart and make you feel that life has been worthwhile. Seva is the worship you offer to the God in the heart of everyone.
Bookstalls were set up around the ashram. There was certainly no shortage of Sai videos or numerous editions of Sai Baba's teachings in many languages. Even Sai souvenirs were available. Staffed by volunteer doctors and nurses from all over the world, several medical camps were open 24 hours a day to serve anyone in need. It seems quite apparent to us that God himself must be looking after this man. This beautiful ritual is performed to help remove all obstacles between the devotee and God. Lord Ganesh, who is offered an endless stream of coconuts, helps as a mediator. Until late in the evening, visitors tried to secure their place in the ashram, as almost every available space had by now been occupied. Decorative paper garlands, created to the sounds of devotional songs until late at night, were produced by skilled and experienced fingers. Sweetly expressing a symbolic meaning, Sai Baba says,
"Make yourself into a garland, and I shall be the thread holding all the flowers together."
Opposite the garland makers, another surprise was in store for the curious explorer. In a small shed, beautiful works of art were being created by unknown artists. Almost every existing gate was decorated and dressed up for the big occasion. Also, elegant and beautiful temporary designs enchanted the ashram visitors. Ancient Indian gates? Certainly not. These structures only look like the real thing, made with wooden frames and covered with realistic styrofoam carvings. Is it any wonder that Sai Baba tells us that the world is an illusion? Another look behind the scenes to get a progress report on the plastic plate making. More material has arrived, and eventually Sai Baba asked for the production to be stopped at a staggering 1.5 million plates. Who gives a helping hand? Large numbers of sevadals were needed daily to chop and prepare mountains of vegetables and fruit. Too many cooks spoil the dinner? Obviously not here, as this jolly team is cooking delicious rice for thousands of hungry guests. There is no need to fear joining this dinner queue. The efficient arrangements were such that it never took longer than 10 minutes to be served in this canteen. What an amazing achievement. And finally, the new plastic plates are in use.
A new way of eating with the spoon. You enjoy it? Thank you. We do. And it's not hard, it's good.
A glance into the new North Indian canteen, also completed on time. Situated on the veranda to greet the evening dinner crowds was an unusual and delightful display. A beautiful experience is to meet Sai Gita, Sai Baba's elephant, and to walk with this auspicious being for a little while. It is almost like a moving meditation. See you at the birthday. Peace and serenity can still be found for a brief moment in this most beautiful of places near the Mandir. Yet another surprise is the delightful fountain around the Sarvadharma symbol opposite the Purnachandra Auditorium. But from now on, crowds, crowds and more crowds. There is no escape. And every inch is now occupied in famous, or rather infamous, sheds. The ability to sleep anywhere, even on the hardest of floors, seems a gift from God. These pilgrims are obviously preparing for a long and busy day ahead. The night before the birthday. And a buzzing and exciting energy is felt throughout the ashram. November 23rd, 1995, 3:30 a.m. Crowds are already building up in front of the gates to the Hillview Stadium. Some of us wished we had arrived 2 hours later, as the sheer numbers of people pushing forward was quite scary. But once inside the stadium, the beauty of illuminated buildings around us and the wonderful morning atmosphere made us forget any discomfort. The crowds were greeted by a powered kite built by Sai Baba's university students. The procession begins with the World Conference theme of global unity and the international flag bearers representing the 137 countries. Followed by Saigita, dressed in silk for the occasion. Happy birthday, beloved Sri Sathya Sai Baba. He arrives in his gleaming silver chariot to the sounds of the song Swagatam, which means welcome.
చేతులెత్తి మరి జోత సేతుము నిండు మనసునే నివాళి చేసి అంజలించి హృదయార్పణ చేతుము రథములోన పయనమైన దేవా మధుర హృదయ ప్రియ మహానుభావ స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం स्वागतं श्री साई देवा स्वागतं सुस्वागतं स्वागतं सुस्वागतं చేయగా పరవశముతో పాట పాడగా బృందము భజన చేయగా పరవశముతో పాట పాడగా కనుల విందుగా కదలుతుందు మనసు మురియగా మసలుతుందువు ఉత్సవముగా సాగుతున్న 70 వత్సరములు పూర్తి చేయు వరద స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం
Many overseas devotees greeted me in the morning with, "Happy birthday." I am always happy. It is enough if you are happy. True happiness consists in union with God. People wish happy birthday. For whom is this birthday? It is only for the body, which cannot experience happiness. Do not follow the body, which is perishable, or the mind, which is like a mad monkey. Follow your conscience. There is only one gift which you have to offer as a birthday gift. Develop love and live fraternally. Banish hatred and jealousy. Set an example to the world. Consider yourselves the children of one mother, belonging to the human family. Do not give room for differences of race, creed and nationality. All belong to the caste of humanity, the religion of love and the language of the heart.
ఆదరమున నిను ఆహ్వానించి తనివి తీరగా నిను సేవించి పులకరింతలతో పూజలు చేసి ధన్య జీవులై
The special guest for the day of celebrations was the President of India. During his discourse, Sai Baba mentioned the many precious gifts offered to him.
You must have listened to the list of offerings of gold ornaments by some devotees. Don't take the trouble to bring such ornaments. You should not entertain such thoughts at all. Let not the devotees feel otherwise. Bhagavan has told the Central Trust to put up for auction on this stage itself all the ornaments given by the devotees. The money raised thereby should be used by the Trust. I have not sought anything from anybody, but I will be happy with any kind of service you render. Truth has manifested itself in the cosmos. Without truth, there can be no universe. Everything has emanated from truth. The Lord created everything out of truth. There is no place anywhere without truth. That is the pure, absolute self. All wealth, all pleasures come from truth. The Vedas, the Upanishads, and all scriptures have their origin in truth. Truth is the proper abode of God. Truth and God are inseparable. Truth is God. Love knows no fear, no untruth, no anxiety, no grief. I am love. I shower love. I share love. I am pleased with love. I bless that you have more of love. Love is God. Love is God. Let God work through you, and there will be no more duty. Let God shine forth. Let God show Himself. Live God, eat God, drink God, breathe God. Realize the truth, and things will take care of themselves.
Before departing from the stadium, Baba blessed a tree planting project. 108 trees were planted with water brought from each of the countries represented.
This evening at 6:30 p.m. at this
These images speak for themselves and enable one to experience or re-experience the vibrant atmosphere. Everyone returns for the evening entertainment, but mainly to be in Sai Baba's presence. Has the water supply project been extended into the stadium? How thoughtful on such a hot afternoon. Yet we noticed that even the sun had been merciful to the vast devoted crowd.
Through the years, he worked one pointedly towards the supreme cause with the unflinching confidence of a super archer. Here was a master who had started in Polish shop. Soon after, the village woke up These are many of them. A few years later,
ప్రజా సముద్రం ఎదుట పాడటానికి అవకాశం ఇచ్చిన స్వామికి మా అందరి తరఫున కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ బోలో భగవాన్ సత్య సాయికి జగదీదేవుపై వెలసి వెలుగులే కురిసెలేడు సత్య సాయి పుణ్యమూర్తి బాగున్న ఆర్తిరే బాబు పుట్ట సత్య సాయి కోటి జన్మాల పాపాలు హరించుమరదుడు సాయి సాయి కరుణామము మహిమాన్వితు
You must realize that life is like a two-winged bird. The two wings are love and sacrifice. With these two, you must aspire to reach the supreme goal.
ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് ചോദിക്കുന്നത്.
Devotees expect all kinds of things as a result of their devotion to God. Today, on the 70th birthday of this body, you have to take note of one thing. Swami needs nothing. Do not offer even a small robe. Swami belongs to you. He is not separate from you. Nor are you separate from Swami. More effulgent than the sun, purer and whiter than snow, subtler than the firmament, immanent in all beings. There is no particle without the self. The cosmic consciousness is within you, and you are the Brahman. What more can I tell you, the good people gathered here?